thirsty.
What you mean? All right, January. Dang, this song is fitting for that actually. So I didn't even realize that.
Cold comes again. You don't miss, bro. You don't miss.
So I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of jump into like a year review. We've been at this for a year. I took my lack of producing personal, but I'm hard on myself. On top of that, I learned a lot more about him and like our work schedule. Like for example, when he was like, look, I got wife and kids. We can't just pop up and record. We gotta plan this. And then on my end, it was like I gotta make time for myself to like not burn out because I had a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to get content, I want to record, I really want to, hold up my end of the bargain. So I personally thought that it'd be a good idea just to kind of shoot off with January and a year-long review starting YouTube, not in the sense of reactionary videos, but like really trying to cultivate material that's like the middle ground for me and him. Because we both like to produce things for people to help them along the way. We have two different personalities to go with it, but like legit opposites attract. Uncle Hefe, I'm gonna sit up talking, I'm gonna let you spit, and then I'm gonna just piggyback off of you. So like this past year, how do you feel about it?
Honestly, I'm not upset at all. I'm not disappointed at all. I anticipated rookie mistakes. So, I came in pessimistically almost. Like I'm always of belief like, all right, I know I'm the young bull in the game. All these other vets, they gonna have scheduled days. So like when we looking at like Aber and Preach, they do this all day. Like they know how to make this work into their regular lives. To make it sound like this ain't regular life, this is income for them. But
to your point, they start off just doing it.
Yeah.
For the sake of just doing it. And it just blew up.
I knew that it would take time. I knew openly that, all right, we just gonna have to start shooting to figure out what's uncomfortable. I'm also a huge believer, like you just gotta jump out there into the game to figure out what you like and don't like.
Yeah.
So I'm not someone that's just gonna sit on the sideline like, oh man, well, I watched this video and they said that I'm like, man, just jump out there and see what the fuck you like. Mm-hmm. You might not even like none of that shit they said, or you might feel like everything they said was wrong. So I'm like, just get out there and shoot, and then we just see where it falls.
Yeah.
And I found things I like, I found things I didn't like. I know I say a lot, so I try to cut that out. So it's like shit like that. So it's like I knew what it was. I wasn't really surprised at any hiccup. Even with hiccups, they could still be like, all right, so you ready to shoot this week? Like, you're like, well, shit, I got nothing else to do. Like, I know there's nothing else. The positive energy still there. We still get positive feedback. So I ain't got nothing negative for it. It ain't got nothing negative for me. It's just all about how much I'm really willing to put into it. I still think that's a lot.
I really would say like the enthusiasm, it does come from people that look at our stuff, but the small amount we did put out, people love it. Anytime I tell people about, hey, this is what we're doing, or we share something on the Cut the Camera Instagram page, and then somebody we know somebody that knows us watches it, they're like, yo, when's the next one dropping? And even though it's not a lot of people, it's still the fact that we get that reaction. We don't even say anything to them. They're like, hey, yo, that joint that you produce, or what you said that one time, or like even my own mom who really doesn't use social media at all. There's a clip. I forgot what subject it was. Oh, it was on the Way to the Crown. And there's a part where one of his people was trying to get his attention, but she didn't even try. She just was like, hey, and then Hefe goes,
We just acknowledge the difference between responsibility and fault.
And then the face is like serious. Me and Dre Savage was like, oh shit. But for my mama, it's stuck in her head like, hey, yo, she might not know who Uncle Hefe is or his name, but she remembers that and that's stuck. And she was like, that's how I be. He resembles me and it's because it's so natural and it's just so real, like an everyday thing. It's stuck. So I'm the person that want to come in like, hey, we should make it into like a skit, something, because it's natural. It's everyday life.
And the kicker, what's funny though, is like he be trying to shoot the skits, and I'm over here like, nigga, my life is a skit. I don't mean this shit. Like that was Tuesday, nigga. Like this wasn't arranged. So that's why I also always felt like, let's just record. Like let's just shoot. Because that's how we gonna get the most perfect material, like just being out there catching it raw. Because most of the things that are instant classics for us are just genuinely instant classic. You can't kind of reproduce it.
Yeah.
You just gotta be in the moment. catch the vibe.
Well, we're going to get to the skip part. It's just, I think with that lesson on, from my experience, a couple of things I got from shooting is one, I learned how to be comfortable in front of the camera. That's me personally. And just like Uncle Hefe, I noticed while I'm editing, I'm like, shoot, I did a lot of ums, I did a lot of ands. I'm over here running over my words because I'm used to speaking fast. But for some reason, in front of the camera, it's like, okay, this is not me just having a conversation with somebody else that can keep up. This is somebody that's watching. It's like, all right, I need to pace it down. And also being around him and Dre Savage talking, it's like, it forces me to be like, all right, they're conversing up here. It causes me to dig deeper into my thoughts. Like, all right, let me contribute just as much as they're contributing.
You gotta say what you mean.
And mean what you say.
You better not retract that shit, cause I'm on your ass.
Cause I'm used to like out in public when I'm not around people like him and just general public. I'm usually the one that's like quiet and I deliver something heavy and I drop back. My heavy is they're like, all right, we just kicking it. It's like, all right, cool. Now I'm about to start digging deeper. Whether that's moderation, which is like usually my default position, or whether that's actively contributing and getting something that's an opposing view and getting to the opposing thing. When he mentioned skips, Uncle Hefe is definitely his branch. Correct me if I'm wrong. His side of Cut the Camera is podcast field. He's trying to get them conversations going.
Out that like, baby.
Like after we did a shot last month, we had Sassy up in here, and I was like, oh, we gotta capture this. We gotta capture this. But it was genuine. It was back and forth, and she kept up. So I mean, hey, respect to her.
She the OG right. She got support on Uncle Hefe block. I ain't got no problem.
Yeah, he was like, hey, yo, she with the team. I like her.
Bruh, she ain't no punk.
Bring her back.
She allowed to come back. She can pull up.
And she wants to. On my end, I'm trying to capture that, turn to a skit. I'm trying to take this and now I'm definitely down with the podcast too, because it comes from there. A lot of great ideas just come from conversation. A lot of thought provocation comes from conversation. I just want to take that and like, all right, cool. We're gonna make this a skit. We're gonna turn this into an episode. I'm trying to pitch the Issa Rae or Donald Glover.
First off, I would do whatever it takes to meet Danny. I ain't even gonna cap on some fanboy shit. There's not a lot of people. But see, I'm not a fanboy like most people are. Like, I would actually want to kick it though. Like,
yeah.
No, like we gotta kick it. We rolling up, we pouring up, whatever. Cause he's a high class individual. Bro. I don't know what he likes to do. I know he ain't out there. So I'm like, he can't keep it so wild.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's probably gonna increase my IQ. So fuck it, I might try it. He's a fucking brilliant person. I'm like, there's only a couple people I'm like that for.
Yeah.
Like him, Tyler. You out there, Tyler?
Hey, yo,
hey,
Tyler.
You know what it is? I ain't forgot. We never dropped the video, but they asked me the question once. It was like, if there's ever a celebrity you hang out with, it's fucking Tyler, the Creator. I haven't forgot. I need to find that footage. I think it's because we fucked up the camera. This is why we got new cameras. More lessons learned this year, right?
Yeah, the audio was kind of in, so we got in when we dropped it.
We got mics now, like, so it's like, I guess these are all lessons learned. Like, so we didn't know about audio, we didn't know about visual. We got angles now.
Yeah.
So it's like baby step, but I still fuck with every step we took. That's why I'm still not disappointed at all. Like, at all. And
him not being disappointed caused me not to be not disappointed, because I'm like, I can be painfully critical of myself. But usually when I'm working with a team, if they're good, they're like, nah, we good. We made progress. Look at where we came from. Like, all right, cool. I'm a chill.
You know what it is though? I just learned, like, the reason, it's not that I'm not painfully critical. I'm probably more critical. But the thing is, I also give that many less fucks about what someone else thinks.
I got you.
Only because I've learned, like, if we just focus on our own craft, we buckle down, we be like, nah, like, I'm gonna just keep shooting. I'm gonna keep putting out what I put out. You either gonna get with it or get lost. And I know that it's fire. Like, I know that the content is there. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck what someone thinks. If they don't like the speed, they can get the fuck over it. Shit, how many years go by when Kendrick drop albums? We don't say shit.
Nah. But when he drops, it's like, it's heavy.
You gotta make sure it's fire. So that's all I care about, is make sure everything's fire.
And everything been fire.
So we're getting better at making fire. I learned about starter logs and shit. Lighter fluid. We're better at making fire. We ain't just rubbing sticks together no more. We was out here with the stick. I'm spinning the stick.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, I know how to start fires. You spinning the stick, but see, now I done learned about lighter fluid.
Yeah.
We got charcoal. We don't need little twigs in the bottom no more. We got the whole little starter brick, bro. Like, upgrades.
I mean, adding to this point, we gonna upgrade to pellets next.
We got a logo. Like, come on. on.
Shout out to Logo Designer 01 on IG. Hit him up. Phenomenal work.
Baby steps. I mean, that all happened this year, right? So
Yeah, it happened in 1 year.
that's all I really got.
And
That's negative, bro.
And yo, our shot percentage, it's not like we was taking like a dump load of shots. To come to think about it, we recorded maybe like 15 episodes, cut some of those up, put them at reels. So like our shot accuracy has been quite phenomenal to think about it.
And that's if you include the fact that at least 3 of those were completely thrown into the trash because of the camera malfunction.
Yeah. The last camera, we still got the last camera, but it's mainly for like photography now.
Yeah.
But like every 10 minutes,
It was
we had to stop recording. We had to go back to it, re-record.
It would overheat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still here, but we use it for a different purpose. But we're gonna upgrade with your analogy. We're gonna go for pellets next. So the pellets being the drone. Well, we're gonna have that joint just following us as we're recording. So we don't need like a cameraman. Like, we know people that can do that, but on like spur of the moments, drone. And we got somebody, again, people that mess with it, had somebody come to me like, hey, I love what you're doing. I got a drone collecting dust. You can use that joint till you done. I was like, nah, you lying. He was like, hey, yo, say here. I was like, all right. Dang, I think that's all I can think of in terms of like year review. We didn't do a lot, but we learned a lot about each other. Going back to what you were saying about Album and Preach, they even admitted like they had a rocky start at first. But them coming together a lot and making it business first, like for the channel first, it's to the point where they even had to admit like, yo, we tight. And me and Uncle Heffy been tight for over a decade, but this is like our first time enacting like as business. However, we still were able to separate the business from the brotherhood, the friendship.
Because it helps that we're both engineers.
Yeah,
so we have like similar career paths, so we kind of know like how like we're gonna approach it the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's something to take away too. Like nobody's getting into shit with.
True.
Because everyone I've had a successful venture with, like the more I think about it, it's also kind of engineering background.
With the whole minds thinking like this morning, he was like, hey, I'm coming around this time. I was like, perfect, because actually I'm done with my stuff at that point.
That works out perfect. Yeah, how about that?
Another thing, and this may be the last one, unless you got something else to say.
I don't.
Be willing to like give your all with it. He's DC based. I'm Baltimore based. I let him know from jump. I come down to where you at to get things done, and we can set it up somewhere in your house, somewhere where it can be like this setting, but in his place. And he hit me like, shoot, I'll come over where you at. So before he comes, I make sure I like kind of move.
Cars is for.
Yeah.
Like,
I clean up.
Cars is for.
I clean up the spot, move things out the way, get his essential water that's in the fridge back there.
Next episode, there will be a Essentia. I ain't even gonna change my fit so that you know. So that I need these. If we don't release these in sequence, just know that this was recorded first, and that the Essentia is appreciated.
The Essentia, and I got a can of Sprite. That stuff is for him.
Flavor, bro.
I make sure electrolytes. That makes sure my partner is ready.
Hydrated.
So yeah, all in all, know your partner, have something in common, deal with the bumps in the roads.
And shoot your shot.
And shoot your shot.
Don't be afraid to shoot. I guess that's the only thing. I guess if there's one lesson to take away from this year, like sum it up in a one, just shoot your shot. Like, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. I'm looking at niggas shoot. They like, this is when I say zero hate. I actually look up to these dudes.
Yeah.
But Wallow was a dude that came out of prison, bro. Let's be objective about what he's just that inspirational. He put in the work.
Yeah.
But he says this all the time. He's normal. He's like, we are all normal. So it's like, bro, you just shoot.
Yeah.
Just go to the gym and shoot. Steph Curry is a normal guy that just shoots. Like, that's it. Just shoot. Learn how to shoot. I only say Wallow because he's probably the most tangible recently.
Yeah.
But outside, like this, you see this story all the time. Like, all the time. Glorilla was a chick out the hood, bro. Like, all the time. Everybody was trying to clown her at first, and now look at it. Everybody like, damn.
Yo.
Now you just look like a fucking hater, bro. Like, shoot your shot. Fuck what everyone got to say. And that's what I mean. I'm like, fuck their opinions, man. Fuck them comment sections. Y'all gonna be negative, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna talk shit back. Like, I'm not gonna care.
So if our channel responded, that's him. That's not me.
I'm gonna respond back with spice. Like, because I'm like, at the end of the day, if you shooting your shot, you putting that quality content out there, the real gonna gravitate. You ain't Teslas don't got commercials for a reason. You don't have to advertise high quality content. You don't have to convince somebody that you're really just trying to help and kick it, bring up good outlook.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
All right, let's know what you think in the comments. See you in the next one.